You're listening to PlayStation Power. I'm George, and with me is Greg.
Hello, everybody.
You know, honestly, I've been thinking, because I've been going back and taking a look at the older episodes, maybe I should be like every other episode, be like, you're listening to PlayStation Power! Or do something like that, because it's just like, if you listen to, like, the intro to almost every episode, it's almost the same, and it's just weird. You know? Anyway, we're covering a second PSP game here, Lumines. Greg's choice.
Yes, indeedy.
Why did you choose this? Choose this game? Why did you choose this game? Why did you chew on this game?
No,
don't eat that UMD.
Yeah, no, you definitely do not want to chew on this. That'd be bad for you.
Speaking of UMDs, I was playing on my PSP, which I actually regularly do. I was playing a game, and it seems like the UMD is a little scratched because it just, yeah, it freezes up at certain points.
My experience was that the UMDs could scratch pretty easily, but you know, you just gotta be like very careful about those things.
Yeah, well, it's hard to be careful when you buy a game used.
Yeah, that's true.
But anyway, Lumines, why did you pick this game? That's very interesting.
Because this is one of the 3 games I bought with launch of the system.
Oh, you know what? I think you did say that before.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. I bought this Metal Gear Acid, and I bought.
Oh, that's a good game.
I also bought an action. I don't remember the name of the game. Some kind of like God of War of action game. So, but
yeah, I actually started Metal Gear Acid recently. That's
yeah, it's a fun game.
That's really fucking interesting, that game.
Yeah, it's definitely different, but I like card games a lot, so that's one of the reasons that also appealed to me.
That's weird though, because it's like a hybrid, because it's like a strategy card game type of deal. It's weird. Anyway, we're already on a tangent. We didn't even start the fucking episode.
But I also really like puzzle games, and even though I suck at puzzle games, I still like them. So, and this game looked different enough. Like, okay, well, I'll give this a shot, and yeah, it was a good buy. I had a lot of fun with it.
I don't know how you did it, but you did a good enough segue. Anyway, yeah. Lumines is an interesting puzzle game here. Released originally on the PSP in Japan, December 12th, 2004. North America saw it March 22nd, 2005. And the EU saw it September 1st, 2005. For Windows, it was released worldwide December 2007, and a remastered version of this game will be released on Windows, Switch, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One May 2018.
Which I knew nothing about, so I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, the timing for you wanting to cover this game is really weird. Like, everything just fell into place here.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I looked it up online. I was like, okay, when was this released? What was it released for? And then it's just like, remastered. Wait, there's a remaster version that came out? I was like, oh, wait. No, it comes out in May.
This game also got the years has also got several other ports and re-releases. So it kind of gets confusing.
Right. And and the subtitles are hard to remember.
Yes, Puzzle Fusion, which is a very Japanese-ish subtitle for sure. But
do you want to know what Lumines is called in Japan?
Well, I have it here. Don't ask me how to pronounce it.
Ruminesu.
Yeah, that's pretty good. No, this is a very Japanese-ish style game. It still plays very well for Western audience, I think, because the puzzle games are not usually that complicated. Yeah, and so this game was also designed by I'm going to try a Japanese name here, Tetsuya Mitsuguchi, who's also the creative genius behind Rez. So
yes.
So it's a very good pedigree here behind this. I don't know what was up with the publishing deal though, because this game simultaneously got released by both Ubisoft and Bandai. So I don't know what they were just. So I don't know what happened here, but
yeah. So it was published by Bandai. The Japanese version was. I don't know why it comes up in the North American version though, because their name is in the game. But it was also published by Ubisoft in North America and Europe, and Wild Tangent picked it up for the Windows release.
Windows version, yeah. I think it's because the fact that Bandai still had the rights to the game worldwide, and they probably just sub-licensed it to Ubisoft for the North American and European releases.
Maybe.
So that's probably why the name's still in there. So.
It's really weird though, because I would think at that point there would be a big enough name for games at least to just have their name on it.
Well, Bandai in those days, like in the pre-Namco merger days, they really didn't publish too much stuff outside of a few genres. I mean, they were mostly Japan-only focused.
They definitely put out games, though, in North America. They did. I know that.
But they were more Japan-focused in those days.
That's my question, though. Yeah. Like, that's what I want to know. It's like, why go to Ubisoft for this? So that's weird.
Well, Ubisoft was I'd argue they were a better company and more well known back then than they are now. I mean, they definitely were. They definitely. I
don't know. Ubisoft is coming back around. Let's be honest here.
They're starting to get better. Yeah. So
starting to. I mean, you compare the shit that they've released compared to EA in recent years, and they're definitely better.
But yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. I think Ubisoft has probably just had more of a brand presence. Maybe Bandai also didn't think the game would sell very well in North America, which joke's on them because it sold very well.
Oh, did it really? I didn't see sales figures.
500,000 copies, worldwide.
Oh, okay.
So
that's not. And for the PSP, that's even that's like that might as well be the #1 game, right?
As a matter of fact, for a long time, it was the highest ranked game on Metacritic for the PSP.
Oh wow, really?
Until God of War: Chains of Olympus came out.
Hey, I have that game. I never played it, but I have it.
Yeah. No. Everybody loved this game when it came out. Like it came out. Like very, very good reviews.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. 89% on Metacritic. 9 out of 10 on GameSpot. Jeremy Parrish, who was with One Up at the time, I gave it an A.
Okay.
The game won several awards. GameSpot's 2005 PSP Game of the Year, Electronic Game Monthly's 2005 Handheld Game of the Year, Game Informer's Top 50 Games 2005 list.
That's so weird because personally I wouldn't even see it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so developed by Q Entertainment, which I definitely recognized this name before, but I couldn't think of anything they did.
They're mostly Japanese. Yeah, they're mostly Japanese. They have not had a ton of stuff come out here in North America. They're probably best known over here in North America for doing the Every Extend Extra series, which is very popular for a while on the PSP and Xbox Live systems.
I mean, you say they haven't released a lot of stuff in North America. That's kind of untrue. They did Lumines, they did Meteos. You remember that game for DS? Meteos?
No, what I meant was their games have not done very well over here, except for like a few cases. And you definitely mentioned some of the better ones.
They did Lumines Live, which was the Xbox Arcade. They did Lumines 2. They even co-developed that game 99 Nights. Do you remember that?
Yep.
I never played that game. Is that a good game?
No, I didn't. I was going to say though, tying it back into the designer's previous game. I did play Res HD, which is the Xbox Live remake, and it's very good.
Yeah, they co-developed that. Yep.
Yeah.
They even co-developed Peggle for the DS. Come on. Yeah. Wait, there was a 99 Nights too? What the fuck? How did I not know that? What the fuck? Well, that's something I'm gonna have to look into later.
Now, what I don't know is where the hell the name Lumines came from, like what it means. I have no idea about that.
It means buy our game.
Okay.
I don't know. Sounds good though, right?
Yep, I'll buy it.
I buy that for $1. Oh my god. Just a side note, when I was editing SNES podcast, I forgot you said that, and I just fucking cracked up when I heard you say that again. Oh my god. Anyway, Remastered will be developed or is developed by Resonair, which never heard of before. Have you? This doesn't even have a Wikipedia page. I think this might be like their first game, because I've never heard of this developer before.
Well, I do know that Enhanced Games is the company that's behind the actual.
Right, they're publishing it.
Right. They were. That's actually like that's actually like like Mizugushi's like new company. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so good faith then.
Yeah. So. Yeah, so they're publishing the game, I think, and I think like Resonair is actually like doing the actual like work, the work on the game. So
well, I think somebody's working on the game.
So in some ways, this game's simple to describe. Like in other ways, it's very difficult to talk about.
Yeah, I agree with that.
There's more here than meets the eye, because it's like at first
glance, Transformer?
Well, in some ways it is, because it's like this is a very hybrid game. If you look at it if you look at it first, it just looks like your typical style block dropping puzzle game, like the same vein as like Tetris. Columns also comes to mind. So
Columns, good pull.
Yeah, so because they because it has a bit. It's kind of a the gameplay is kind of a weird hybrid between the two of them, because it's like because the game pieces come down to you in blocks of 4, and you only have 2 colors. You two colors. You either have like black or white. But where the columns influence comes into
the colors change depending on the theme.
Yeah.
So it's just 2 different colors, really. Or actually, some of them are even just 2 different patterns depending on the theme.
Yes.
Semantics, whatever. Right. Continue.
Yeah. As the game starts, though, you have the 2 colors, black and white.
No, it's gray and orange.
Okay. Well, on the emulator, it looks a bit more like black and white, but.
No, it. What are you talking about? That's totally different. It's like. I know it's orange. It's orange and something. I think it's gray.
It always depends upon the theme, the skin you're using, because you have a choice of themes to use in this game, and you also unlock it.
And the only theme you have at the beginning has those colors. I don't know where you got black and white from.
Yeah. Well, okay. Whatever. So.
No, I'm just very curious. I'm confused as to why you said black and white.
I think of it. I think of it as black and white because it's like the orange doesn't make a huge influence on me. It's like I think of it more in terms of like dark versus light versus like one color versus another color, because I've always thought of Tetris Tetris that same way too. It makes the game a bit easier to play.
Well, that's an interesting way to play Tetris. I never thought of it like that.
So anyway, the columns influence comes into play here, because it's like when you make blocks, when you make a block of 4 of 4 the same color, it goes away. However, the other parts of the blocks can drop into these rows. You can also set up additional blocks like chain reactions. Which is pretty cool, and also the fact that there's also this I'm not sure exactly what to call it. There's a sweeper that goes across the screen from left to right as you play, and if you hurry,
it's kind of like if you were using Audacity.
Yeah, kind of like that. So you want to try to get as many combos as possible, like on the one sweep, because like the more combos you set off, combos you set off before the game sweeps again, the more points you get. And the game's very also, and the theme and the blocks and whatnot. The game's also very heavily dependent. It's also very heavily dependent, like the music. The actual rhythm of the music ties directly into the gameplay, because it's like because you do better and the game speeds up, the tempo of the music also changes to match it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So. Blocks are only scored and cleared after a certain number of measures the music have passed. is a better way to put it.
Right.
So yeah, the music in this game is very is directly tied into the gameplay, like part and parcel. So it's very unique in some ways. That's why I said at first glance it's a very simple puzzle game, but once you are playing it, you get under the skin, it gets pretty complex.
Yeah, and if you're watching the YouTube video, I fucking suck at this game. So
it's tough.
I'll be honest here. I tried doing the puzzle mode. I couldn't even finish the first level.
I think the record I ever got in challenge mode was about like 88 lines. So.
Well, I'm talking about puzzle mode.
Yeah.
Which like the first one's like, gotta create a cross, and I always tried doing it, and then everything went together, and I just made a match with the colors. And I was like, fuck. Well, blah. So I could not play puzzle mode. That is why you don't see puzzle mode in the video.
Yeah, there's 4 modes in this game, which is pretty good for like a puzzle game to have like 4 different modes. You have challenge, time attack, puzzle, and versus. Like a versus mode. Actually, I'm sorry. There's like 5 modes. There's like also there's also versus CPU mode.
Which is I think is just the same thing, but obviously playing against the game itself.
Yes, right, exactly. Versus mode supports like 2-player, and the versus CPU just has you going against the AI instead. So it's
2 players over ad hoc only, which is interesting.
Well, there's also a 2005 game, so.
Well, I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
It was easier. It's easier now to play handheld mobile games versus over networks and whatnot than it was back then because.
Well, I mean that infrastructure mode was still there. They just chose. I think what it has to do with is that it's a Japanese game, and that in Japan there's like a much higher chance that you're out and about playing this game, and you'll probably find somebody else playing the game, so you could just connect through ad hoc playing it. Whereas over here, fuck if you find anybody else with a fucking PSP, let alone if you fucking leave the house with it, I don't know about anyone else, but the way I play my handhelds is mostly in my house.
Yeah, right.
Usually in bed.
Yeah, so the mode.
If I find somebody to play with and I'm in my house in my bed, I'm fucking. I don't even know. I'm checking the closet. I'm gonna be very afraid that somebody broke into my house and is playing Lumines on their PSP looking for a match.
Yeah, it'd be kind of like trying to play a Pokemon game like a Game Boy Color.
Yeah, it's like I found a match. What's going on? Hey there. I see you playing Lumines. I'm in your closet. I want to play. All right, enough for creeping out, everybody.
So yeah, the game modes in this game are pretty much like the style. Like challenge is just kind of a limited play. You just keep going like to the keep going. I keep going like you lose.
Challenge, yes, and challenge mode is the mode that you play to try to unlock new skins and what do they call, like profile pictures or whatever?
Profile pictures, yeah. So, which is really just used for eye candy in this game. That's it. So,
yeah, the profile pictures, the new themes, like we said before, different music and
right. Yeah.
I was so annoyed. It took quite a bit of effort to get to the underground theme, which is just the second theme the first theme you can get, the second theme the first theme you can unlock, the second theme in the game, and it fucking sucks. I hate it. I hate the underground theme. The music isn't very good, and it just, I don't know, it's weird, but that annoyed me because I can only get that far. I mean, you actually can unlock new themes through the versus mode against the CPU, which I actually got much further in that than I did challenge mode, and it's pretty cool. Like the first thing you get is like the Japanese theme, which is kind of cool, It's a simplistic like red and white type of deal, and it's it's got Japanese music and shit like that, and then it just keeps going on. And it's like it gets more. From what I noticed, it just keeps getting more digital. I unlocked a few new skins from through there, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, overall, like overall, I really like the music in this game. But I mean, like you said, George, like it is very Japanese. Like, although everything's like spoken to in English, but it also but it also reminded a lot about like indie music. Also like this music. Yeah. So. Overall, I think it's pretty good.
The music was hit and miss for me, honestly.
Yeah. There's a couple like bummer songs, I think, but overall,
that first song, honestly, I think that first song is like the killer song in the game.
The first song is very good, yes.
Yeah.
It's a strange song, but it's a good song.
I mean, I found myself making weird lyrics up to it that I will not repeat on this podcast, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah, and like like I said before, the music's tied into the gameplay as well, because the game speeds up. The beats also speed up as well, and so it's a very direct cause and effect feel there with it. So, the music of this game is very good. It's definitely. It's something you want to listen to outside of the game, I think, but certainly very enjoyable listening to it like playing the game.
I think my favorite part of this game is that I named my profile Farts with a Z, and I chose the cat, and then when you're losing, it looks like the cat is dying from his own farts. I think that's my favorite part of the game.
All right. Graphically, this game's very simple. I mean, it's not very fancy.
Yeah, it's a 2D game.
Right, yeah.
It's got some nice stuff in the background, definitely.
It does, yeah. The background themes are very good.
Yeah. Because they transition over, they're not just like static or anything. They have like something going on, but the colors change and everything.
Some of them have a very slight 3D effect too. It looks like too.
Yeah, yep, definitely. You have that in the main menu. You see some of that.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
The demo mode for this game is also worth checking out when you first fired the game up, because not only to tell you how to play the game, it also shows you several different themes and background graphics.
I wish you told me that before, because I didn't know how to play the game, and I learned the hard way.
I think the controls for this game are pretty simple, actually.
Oh, I wasn't talking about controls. I was talking about how to play the game.
Oh,
I didn't know you had to match the squares. I figured that out quickly.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I figured it out quickly, but I didn't know at the beginning.
Did you figure out what the jewel does?
Yeah, doesn't it like any colors that are the same color, once you match and any colors near it, it like erases those colors
within a
too?
2x2 radius? Yes.
Okay, yeah. So I figured that out.
Yeah.
I think the main point basically is just like learning how to do the basics of the game.
Yep.
Yeah, like anybody can play this game, shitheads like me, or anybody who's like an expert at these type of games, like, there's no like, oh, only like these people can really play the game or whatever.
Well, I'd argue that the game's
anyone.
overall... Yeah, I'd argue that the game's basic overall difficulty out of the box is probably about like medium. I think it's harder than I think it's harder game than Tetris to play, but I think it's easier than Columns.
Okay. Yeah, I suck at this game, so
I suck at it also. Like I say, I really love hate relationship when it comes to puzzle games, because I really like them, but I also do horrible at them.
I definitely would like to have a match against you at some point. Maybe we could get that set up.
Yeah, definitely. But like Tetris, this game is very good for like a quick session. To play the game for like 15, 20 minutes or so. Make some progress at it at least, and like put it down, be happy with it, and like just move on with your day. So
yeah, well, hopefully this podcast isn't too long, because then I'd have to play more of this game. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but I'll just be seeing the same stuff over and over.
Right.
But this game is probably not something I would go back to a lot, because it's not just because I'm not that great at it. It's more of like I just don't, it doesn't feel like a Tetris. It's weird, but like Tetris is something I'll always go back to. Tetris is always super fun and everything. This game is different. I don't know. It feels even more simplistic than Tetris, but I know there's more to it, which is weird.
Kind of a Japanese take on Tetris.
Kind of, like, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't grab me as much as Tetris. This game, I like the music. I like some of the music, I should say. But there's just something about this game that doesn't really grab me that much. It's not like a game that you had me kicking and screaming to play, but it's just I personally don't see it as #1 handheld game for that year it came out.
Well, in some ways, this game is more simplistic than Tetris because you're not dealing with different shapes. Right. So you have the
you just have the two colors.
Two colors, one shape. That's it. Like 4x4 blocks.
Right.
So in some ways, it's more simplistic than that. The challenge of it comes in trying to set off those chain reactions because, like, once you get very good at the game, if you can set off like 4 or 5 reactions at once, they get you like major points. That's where you get your points from.
Right.
So I mean, like, and if you play. And if you play Time Attack or Puzzle, those also have their own different strategies and appeal to it because obviously you're doing different things in those modes. Time Attack, you're trying to but you're trying to clear as many blocks as you can before time runs out. Which is a pretty good challenge. And puzzle mode can be very, very frustrating because puzzle mode
especially the first level.
Yeah.
you're trying to make pictures by like forming the picture of one color. And Tetris has a version of Time Attack, but they don't have anything like puzzles. So like puzzle mode for me, I thought was probably puzzle mode.
I could have sworn there was a Tetris game that was a puzzle game.
There may have been a couple.
Tetris Plus on I think it's Tetris Plus on PlayStation has a puzzle mode. Yeah.
Most
I played
Tetris
that game
games
as a kid.
Most Tetris games don't have it though, and I think puzzle is probably my favorite mode actually in this game out of all the other ones because it's very unique, it's very challenging, and it's difficult. It's very difficult.
Fuck, I want to play Tetris Plus now.
Yeah.
We should cover that somewhat soon.
So, I mean, like, is this game better than Tetris? No. No, I gotta agree with you on that. But
I feel like it's different enough to not even really be compared to Tetris that much.
True, I was gonna say that. So, because it's a very Tetris-like style game. If you like Tetris, you'll definitely enjoy this game.
I mean, let's be honest. You come to Tetris for the music, because, come on, Tetris music is awesome. This game, you come for the game, and you stay for the music, I guess.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
I guess that's right.
So I didn't realize how many. How many sequels and follow-ups and ports that this game got over the years. It's actually kind of confusing.
Yeah. Well, obviously, it's popular enough to get so many sequels, and then also a remaster. So, or whatever you want to call it, a remake or whatever the fuck.
Well, shortly after the game came out, besides the PC version, you also had a cell phone version, and you also had the game ported to PS2 under Lumines Plus, which I never knew about. Because if I'd known about that, I probably would have bought it back when I had my PS2.
I would rather wait a while before we cover that.
It mostly has new skins, like new music tracks. Beyond that, it's the same game. There was a sequel to this game, Lumines 2, which came out that same year, 2007, but it's very, very similar to this game. There's really only a few differences to it.
Yeah, it's just like, how do you make a sequel? Let's be honest here, right? If this was a little bit more modern, by maybe like a couple of years, or even if the first game came out in 07, I bet you instead of them releasing another game, like a sequel, I bet you they would have just made DLC, because how do you add to Lumines? Maybe you change up the puzzle mode a little bit, or maybe you change up how Versus plays, but honestly, there's just not enough to make a sequel, right. I feel.
Yeah. No, probably what you do is you probably do the same things that Lumines Live did, which was the Xbox 360 version of the game. They changed the appearance of the board like that version of the game. To make it to allow it to support a console better as opposed to like a handheld version.
Right.
They also changed the music, and they also tied in the music. The music of that version of the game is more gameplay connected than even the original Lumines is, because that actually integrates the soundtrack a lot more heavily in gameplay in Lumines Live.
Right.
So it also added 7 modes of gameplay to it. I mean, 7 modes of gameplay total compared to the 4 that the original version of the game had.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I mean, like, that's how you do like a different an upgrade to the game, I think. Because I own that version of the game too, and that version is very good. The game also came out on the PSN in 2009 called Lumines Supernova, which is basically the PSN version of like Lumines Live. Why they felt the need to rename it, God only knows.
It's the same game, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. Yep. And then there was also the PS Vita version, Lumines Electronic Sympathy, which came out in 2011.
Lumines Live probably wouldn't make sense on PlayStation, because I think the reason why it had that live tag was because, Xbox Live and blah, 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 blah.
And Supernova does not support online, Supernova does not support, like, online multiplayer.
Oh, that's pretty shitty.
Yep, so that's the main difference between the two of them.
But I bet you it's called Supernova because of the cell processor.
Probably.
Probably not. I was just making a stupid joke. The power of the cell processor.
Yep.
Yeah. Would it be illegal to do something like the Air Force and just put together 500 PS3s and take over the world with it? Would that be a little illegal?
Probably.
Okay.
And you can still get this game in mobile version too, because new mobile versions of the game came out in 2015. That version of the game is called Puzzle Music. It's available on both like Android and Apple phones.
Is that the subtitle, or is that just the name of the game?
Lumines Puzzle Music is the full name.
Okay, because if it was just called Puzzle Music, I think I would just skip by it. Like Puzzle Music, like what the fuck is this?
Yep. Okay. Like as we already mentioned, there's the remaster version coming out. Coming out like in 2 months, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, and if you have a Switch, it's probably the best idea to get it for the Switch.
Yeah, I'll probably get the Windows version.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know. Not much information has been released on that version of the game yet. The blurb just says the blurb of it just says that will feature enhanced visuals and support for high resolution systems.
It just says it's back.
Pretty much, yeah.
How many game sequels just alone for PlayStation or PlayStation 2 on the back say it's back or we're back or they're back?
But,
I can't think of any specific games, but I know there's at least a few.
There's a lot, yeah. Most of the all the arcade collections, like we'll say that, for example. So.
Oh God, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Oh shit, I didn't even think about that.
But yeah, so yeah, I mean, like this is proof of how popular the game's been over the years, because of the fact that they've released so many versions of it, and also the fact that a new version of the game's coming out pretty soon. There's still like there's still like a big fan base behind this game.
Not surprised, honestly.
So I mean, the game is fun enough. The game is fun enough to play as opposed to Tetris, instead of like instead of replacing Tetris, if that makes sense. Because the game's different enough from Tetris. I think that you can have fun playing both games. Probably in the same day, as a matter of fact, because the gameplay is different enough between them. We're still getting that that puzzle fix.
Yeah, I don't even know what else to say about this. I think I said everything about this game already, which is scary. Believe it or not, we've actually sat here and talked about other stupid shit before the podcast. That went longer than this.
Well, I figured this would be a shorter episode because, it's a puzzle game. Yeah. It's a puzzle game. How much can you say? How much can you say about it, really? But
yeah, I guess you're right about that.
But yeah, this was fun to go back to because this is still like a fun game.
I definitely recommend anybody out there who enjoys puzzle games to check the game out. Probably with the remastered version when it comes out. Hopefully it's not that expensive. I mean, like, if they're smart, they're smart. They price the game at budget price.
Well, if you have a PlayStation Portable and you're looking to get a physical copy of this game, you can find it between $3.50 all the way up to $14.99.
Well, I'm glad the price has come down a lot since like 10 years ago.
Oh, you say that, but I saw that it was actually trending because these are prices that were sold. I saw this actually trending at like, I thought it was like almost $30 or something like that.
There's a reason for that. Did you hear about the exploit?
No, what Oh,
in the summer,
yeah.
Yeah, summer 2007. It was discovered that this game allowed you to downgrade your PSP. So that resulted in a 6,000% increase in sales on Amazon alone by that came out.
Oh Jesus!
I don't know. So they probably fixed it. They probably fixed it since then. I don't know if you can still do this.
I don't know, Greg.
But
I don't know.
So yeah, so that's probably why you're seeing the price spike there in the history.
That's probably why I saw a PSP 1000 being sold with Lumines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if that exploit's still there, it's a pretty good exploit.
You know, it's so funny because I think the Wii had the one with Twilight Princess. I think one of the games was the exploit.
And there was also the Dreamcast, like with the demo version of the demo version of Game Shark.
Wait, demo version of Game Shark?
Yeah, was that what's called? The program that allows you to have cheats. To the mod version of the Game Genie.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a demo of Game Shark.
There was a demo. I call that. It was a sample version. It was a sample version. Like,
oh,
released,
okay. I see.
They got released in magazines and whatnot back then.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So it allowed you to use cheats for some games, not very many. Because it was intentionally crippled version of the game. They only had cheats for maybe a dozen games or whatnot. But
so about 90% of the Dreamcast library. I'm kidding.
That's low.
I'm kidding.
But it was discovered. But it was discovered that the program allowed you to be able to play burnt copies, like CDRs, like your Dreamcast.
I thought you didn't need I thought you didn't need an exploit for that.
Well, back then you did.
I thought the Dreamcast did that automatically.
Well, something about how this allowed you to be able to play any version of any game.
Maybe it was like a thing that made it region free or something.
Region free, and you could also play like burned copies.
Okay.
So
interesting.
So yeah, that's another famous exploit. So that was discovered, people bought the magazine up in hundreds and scrubbed them on eBay.
Wonderful. Anyway, I guess we're done with this episode. We're talking about Game Shark on Dreamcast.
Well, it's an exploit. This game did have an exploit with it. Like I said, I have no idea if it still does, but you'll be interested to find out if it still does.
I don't know. I guess maybe for 1,000 models or something it does. I don't know.
Yeah. Or 2000. The 2000 was out in 2007, right? I think.
I don't know.
Okay.
The PSP is a handheld released by Sony, and you play games on mini discs, but they don't say they're mini discs; they're UMDs, and
right.
I don't know. Anyway.
So
that's all I know about the PSP. It has buttons and you play games.
So this is a and this is an ideal game for handhelds. I've always argued that puzzle games do better in handhelds than they do on consoles.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that makes sense. And what about consoles that you can bring around, like the Switch? Ooh, is that a handheld or is it a home console? Ooh.
It's both.
What kind of nightmare world are we living in?
A better one, hopefully.
I don't know. And we'll keep it at that because I don't want to bring anything up. Anyway, I guess we're done with the episode. I guess.
Think so, yeah.
Okay, cool. I was waiting for confirmation. I guess you're the timekeeper. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, thanks for listening. If you're interested in backing us on Patreon, you can do so. Patreon.com/theboxfort. patreon.com/theboxfort. And just to quickly thank the people who are backing us, thanks to David, Michael, friend of mine, Jala, a friend of ours, and Lori. So,
yes, Jala's really been enjoying the changes that you made to the podcast, like about getting access to the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, anybody who is a backer at $1 or more, which $1 is the lowest amount, I believe, basically get behind the scenes content, and you get the podcast early, and you get the videos early, you get everything early. Look at that.
You get a lot of definitely worth buying that for $1.
I buy that for $1. But yeah, also, Greg, I don't know if you know this, but we just got some new podcast art thanks to...
yes, we did!
Yeah, thanks to Discord member New Yokohama. Sorry, I don't know your name because you never told me, but...
he did say it. I just don't remember what it is right now. His first name, at least. I don't remember what it is like right now, though, off the top of my head.
Well, you know what? There's too much in the backlog in the Discord to even look.
Oh God, yes. But the artwork looks very good. I did see the artwork. The artwork's great.
Yeah, it's awesome. So thanks a lot for that. And if you actually want to see the iterations of that art, you can actually do so on the Discord there, where we talk about things. We mostly just talk in the PlayStation Power channel. But yeah, the invite link or the code will be in the description if you're interested. Anyway, if you're interested in getting in contact with us other than Discord because you don't want to for some reason, we have a Facebook group. You can join PlayStation Power. Just look that up. You can find me on Twitter at Mr. Chief. That's at MISTURCHEEF. But I think... you know, this email hasn't been used, but I'll shout it out anyway because I don't know. I think we get more spam mail than anything else. To be honest, my inbox is just I don't know. They want me to meet sexy local Russians or something, or they want me to get together with sexy Asian ladies. I didn't say I was opposed to that, but. But anyway, yeah, the email, PlayStationPower@theboxfort.net. That is PlayStationPower@THEBOXFORT.net. And also, you can find our videos, basically just the podcast with gameplay behind it. Just look up PlayStation Power and the name of the podcast. And if you're interested, I have a channel myself, just Mr. Chief, same thing as my Twitter. Greg and I do SNES podcast as well. I do Master System Masterpieces. And yeah, that's about it. Greg, where can we find you?
Well, the Facebook page, like for the PSPs, it's one of the best ways to do so. You can also, if you want to, you can also email me directly about this podcast or the other podcast George and I do together, Super NES Podcast, at the SNES Podcast at yahoo.com.
All right, and with that, I don't have an outro.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Go listen to like freaky Japanese indie music.
That's a weird thing to say. I thought you were going to say go watch freaky Japanese porn.
Oh God, no.